Hey guys, today we're going to be testing out and reviewing an Amazon dip powder kit. This is Makartt's Dippies. It is fairly new. I've seen so many positive reviews out there on this product, so I thought I would give it a try myself. On the back side here of the box, you can see it has their instructions. Nothing really looks out of the ordinary to me, and let's go open it up. So the kit I purchased has 4 full-size liquids, so step 1 through 4. It also includes 5 colors and it has clear. The jars come individually wrapped, so they have a little protection on the outside here that I'm taking off. The branding is so cute. I love how cohesive everything is. This is sweet and sparkling, and it's probably one of the reasons I picked this particular color set. You can see it has a seal here and another seal here. And this glitter is so beautiful. It is such a sparkly, gorgeous rose gold glitter. The kit also includes 2 brushes, which I really appreciate. So if your base or top coat go bad, it also includes this nail file, which is a 100/180 grit, and a dusting brush. I'm going to be using this dusting brush for my ombre nail today. The liquids come in a really nice quality bottle. They're heavy duty, sturdy. They're not like those travel size lightweight bottles. And of course, like I mentioned, the branding is so stinking cute. I love that they're calling them dippies. So to get started, I'm just using my glass file to shape my natural nails. I am going to timestamp this video, so if you're only interested in certain parts of this review, I will timestamp that. But I want to show you all the way from beginning to end prepping my natural nails for my dip powder application. Alright, once I'm done, I use my stiff scrub brush to dust it off. Next, I'm going to use my glass cuticle pusher to push back my cuticles. I like to work sidewall to sidewall, just gently pushing it back, doing small little swirl motions to make sure I don't have anything left on my nail plate. I will be using peel base today, so I get asked probably 9 times out of 10 on my review videos, how long does it last? And it comes down to prep. If you have your prep routine down, your nails will last weeks. So it's not necessarily always about the product, but about your prep routine. So if you find a prep routine that works best for you, your nails are gonna last, especially if you have dip powder on and you have enough layers of it for strength. But if your nails are lifting and popping off, that's definitely something to evaluate during your prep. So right now, I'm just making sure I don't have anything on my nail plate so I can show you guys how to really make your manicures last. So once I'm done pushing back all of my cuticles, then I dust it all off with my stiff scrub brush. The next step would be to use a buffing block to gently remove the shine from your natural nails. So I would focus a lot around my cuticle area to make sure that I don't have anything left there on my nail plate, and you don't have to press hard at all. You're not digging into your natural nails. This is just to remove the shine so the dip powder has something to adhere to. I'm also going to link my prep routine up above and down below in the description box because I go really into depth on how I like to prep my natural nails because it's going to be different for everyone. Once you're done buffing your nails, then dust it off and use a dehydrator to cleanse them. So this is pH Prep from Sparkling Co. So at this point, you are done with your prep routine and you would start your dip powder application. I just want to mention that shine on my natural nails here is peel base. So I personally use peel base so I can keep up with my filming. It basically makes the dip powder pop off in 1 to 3 days, so I don't have to soak in acetone. It's a great product if you need to switch up your manicures often, but that is what that shine is, and that's what I use so that I don't have to always use acetone every few days. I'll be using Sweet Love, which is such a gorgeous mauve-y neutral shade. I'm going to use a toothpick to stir it up to make sure it's nice and fluffy and consistent. So here's my setup. Here's what we're looking like. I've got my base liquid here, my jar, and a napkin. This napkin is so important because we need to make sure we're wiping off our brush every single time it touches our nail. I remove the excess liquid on my base brush, and then I start my brush about halfway down my nail and then guide the liquid back. That's so I don't flood my cuticle area, because the moment that brush touches your nail, that's the moment it has the most liquid on it. You can see I'm rolling my finger side to side, making sure I'm getting it all the way to the sidewalls, not on my skin, wiping my brush off, returning it back to the bottle, and dipping at an angle into the jar. Tap off that excess and do those same steps. Removing excess liquid, guiding it on your nail to make sure you have a nice thin, even layer, not getting it on your skin. Wipe your brush off and then dip into your jar. The brush bristles fan out really nicely. You can see how nice it spreads out on my thumbnail here. It makes application super easy. I feel like the liquids are a thinner consistency, which is also really nice. That's going to give you thin, natural layers. So I just dip into my jar, tap it off. So they give you this brush so you can dust off the excess powder. That's great. You can absolutely use this. I personally prefer stiff scrub brushes because I feel like it removes all of that excess powder so you don't contaminate your liquids, and it also gives you thinner, more natural layers. Now I'm going to go in for that second coat. So with this second coat, it's really important to make sure we're still wiping our brush off because now we're touching it right on top of that dip powder, and we don't want to accidentally contaminate our base liquid when we return it to the bottle. So I'm going to dip into my powder here, and now you'll really see this color pop. It is such a beautiful neutral shade. I know I'm going to get asked about the odor of the liquids. I don't find them to be any better or any worse than just normal dip powder liquids. If you do struggle with that though, with the odor, I do suggest trying out odorless liquids. But overall, these did not bother me personally. So I'm going to finish up my thumb, and then I'm going to show you how I can tell these are slower drying liquids. So I would say they are a thin consistency and a slow dry time, which can be really beginner friendly. It's great because you don't have to feel rushed. So here you're going to see on my pinky nail how it still looks wet. See how my pointer looks dry? That tells me that this is a slower drying liquid. So I'm just going to dip back in to make sure it's fully covered in powder. Once everything has fully dried, I dust it all off. So make sure it's definitely dry before scrubbing it. Now I'm going to go in for this beautiful rose gold glitter, fluff it up, and we're going to start on our ombre. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to use the brush that they gave me in this kit, and I also have my little Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush here as well. It's important to have everything out and ready when you're going to do an ombre design because you do need to move quickly before the liquid dries. With my base liquid, I'm going to do a layer across my entire nail and then dip into the pink shade with my brush. I like to have my finger on its side, working from sidewall to center of my nail. So you'll notice I focus right here on the side where the nail meets my skin, and then I roll my finger and tap that powder till it meets the middle of my nail. Then I tap off the excess powder back to that side of my finger so it doesn't go to the other side. We're going to dip our brush into the glitter and go to the other side of our nail, doing the same thing, working sidewall to center, making sure I move quickly so I can get this on it before the liquid dries. This is in real time. I did not speed this up. This is how fast I have to move when I'm doing an ombre nail. Then I tap off the excess here and we're done. While that dries, I'm going to get started on my full glitter accent nail. So I'm just doing another full layer of my base liquid, and then we're going to dip into the glitter. Now that my middle finger is dry, I'm going to dust it off and start on my second layer. So with my base liquid, I'm going to paint it across the entire nail, and we're going to alternate our colors this time. So we're going to start with glitter first, working sidewall to center. The reason I alternate my colors is because I feel like it helps with it having a more seamless ombre blend instead of a harsh line. Once I'm happy with it, then I tap off the excess again on that same side of my nail and repeat those steps with the other shade. So dipping into this solid shade here, working sidewall to center, moving quickly, making sure I get this on my nail before the liquid dries. Then tap off the excess and you're done. Now that my ring finger's dry, I'm going to dust it off and do another layer of this beautiful glitter. Yes, I know I always gravitate towards pinks, but truly this rose gold glitter is gorgeous. It's going to pair with so many colors and this mauvey neutral shade as well. All right, y'all, now we're done with our color dip powder application, and we're going to move on to clear encapsulating. I love that they include clear. So many kits do not, and then you have to go purchase clear separately. So the fact that they include it in this is amazing. I use clear on everything. This is going to protect the color and glitter when we go to file, shape, and buff. In the very least, always just encapsulate your glitters because those will turn silver if you overfile or buff on top of it. Overall, the application process itself was a breeze, you guys. It was seamless. It was so easy to use. I didn't have any issues with the clear, with the powder, with the liquids, nothing. It was just easy. I would 10 out of 10 suggest this kit if you're in the market, you want to try something new, or if you're a new dipper. It's very beginner friendly. So here I'm showing you how I close up my bottles. I wipe off the rim to make sure there's no excess liquid. If you've ever had a bottle get sealed shut, that's because of that. So we got to make sure we clean it before closing up. Now with our activator, we're going to apply a layer of this to all of the nails and let it dry. Look at my manicure right now. I cannot believe I have not filed or buffed. It looks like I already have, which means this is going to be a breeze to get into shape. After 2 minutes have passed, now we can file and buff. So they include this black one in the kit. This is a 100/180 grit. My go-to are the gray ones. So that's what I'm gonna use today, only because that's just what I'm used to. It's already used, so it's not gonna cut me. I like the rounded shape. You can absolutely use the black one. It's just these gray ones are just my personal preference. I'm used to these ones in the shape, like I mentioned, but the black ones I feel like shed really bad. I think there's something about the grit on them. I don't know what it is, but they just make a mess on your desk and your nails. So I just personally prefer these gray ones. So I'm gonna go around my outer free edge here, getting my nail back into shape, and then we're gonna go across the entire top surface. Really want to stress the fact that just look at my nails before shaping. They look amazing. They're not lumpy, they're not thick, they're not bulky. That tells me this product is a great quality. It's gonna be easy for application for you guys, which is what I'm looking for when I go to suggest products. I purchased this kit on my own, so I have no reason to give it a great review other than just being honest with y'all. It is a great quality product. I would highly suggest trying it out if you're in the market, especially new, because the fact that I don't have to barely do anything while filing and shaping, I'm here for it, y'all. I love an easy application from beginning to end. So now we're gonna use our buffing block. Again, this is not included in the kit, so make sure you grab a buffing block so you can make your nail nice and smooth before you do top coat. All right, here's what it looks like when I am done, and now I'm gonna finish up the rest of my nails, and that's it. It was a breeze. It was so easy. I will take that filing and shaping routine all day, every day. So we're gonna dust off the excess powder and do another layer of activator. At my core, I'm a very simple gal. Y'all saw with the collection that I created with Color My World dips. This is so my vibe. I am so here for this right now. So now once it's dry, we're gonna use a dry napkin to rub it across the entire top surface of the nail to make sure there's nothing left on it before we do our top coat. So with my top coat and another clean new napkin, I'm just removing the excess liquid from my brush, and we're gonna do 3 quick strokes. That is it for our first layer. You don't want to over manipulate on top of that top coat, because that's how we can contaminate our brush and it gets hard or thick and goopy. You notice I'm wiping my brush off every single time before putting it back in the bottle. That is how we prevent our liquids from getting contaminated. So 3 quick strokes for that first layer, and then we're gonna let it dry. So here is layer number 1, and you can see it has a really great shine for just 1 coat. So once this is dry, it says about 30 seconds to 1 minute, you can go in for that second coat. The second coat is going to be more precise, more detailed, making sure you cap off that free edge, wiping off your brush, and keep going. So that is all you have to do for your top coat. It's just really important to make sure you do not get this product on your skin, because that can also be a reason for contamination and lifting. So try to make sure you keep it on just your nail and cap off that free edge so we have nice longevity. Once it dries, apply your cuticle oil and admire your beautiful manicure. I 10 out of 10 would suggest this kit, you guys. It was just easy. It was a very seamless application. The products are beautiful. The quality is definitely there. So if you're on the hunt for another Amazon find, this is it. I would definitely suggest this product to anyone who is new and starting out, or anyone who's just wanting to try out some new liquids. They're definitely a great quality. And I love that they include clear. I think that's great. I love that they have a 100/180 grit file. That's my go-to. So honestly, y'all, Major brownie points right now for Makartt dippies. The name alone is cute enough, and the branding. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see y'all next week for the next video.